A lot of guys turning back the clock. Their old veterans are playing the best hockey of their lives.
Time of the buck drop presented by FanDuel Casino. Get your thrill on. Pittsburgh wins
against them.
Grzelcyk on a 2-on-2, now a 3-on-2. Gets it to Nemitz. Nemitz sets a pull-out with a shot. Shelovs with a save. Palat coming off a goal, his first of the season against Montreal. Nemitz centers. Grzelcyk feathers a pass to Glass with a shot. And Shelovs makes the save.
Two big stops by Shelovs. You're a big fan back there.
That great start. Still had to wait till the last day of the season to make the playoffs. Nemitz dangles the blue line. Shot deflected on, and Shelovs makes the save.
To sell the players, right? It's all about getting guys to buy in. So far he's done an excellent job just by the fact of the way that this team's playing.
Crosby back to Letang. Sharp angle. Saved by Allen. His first of the afternoon.
That was a pretty good play by Nason to sell shot and get it over to Jack Hughes.
Carlson tapped ahead. Lazat with a shot. Allen makes the save.
Oh, baby. Instead of electing to shoot right away, Bryce, he goes to the backhand, and if he executed it,
Shot deflects. Now the Devils will come up with numbers. Here comes Hischier. Nice pass over to Meier. Pittsburgh does get back. Meier drives towards the net. Centering pass, stick out and away. Nemitz with a shot and save. Rebounds, Juicy. Hischier couldn't get a shot away. Scramble for possession. It'll be settled down. And Hayes will use the half wall to clear. Tulovsky loses the puck. And a chance here for Pittsburgh between the circles. And a shot by Koivunen is saved by Allen.
Both these teams play this is fast. Like, this is a Pittsburgh team we don't remember being big hit there by Dillon.
Yeah, Novak's down. Here comes Lazat on the 1-on-2. Drives towards the net. Backhanded shot and wide.
See the speed there by Lazat.
First meeting between these two teams. Here's Glass. Stops. Heaves a backhand save by Shelovs. And here comes Malkin. Passes back into the zone. Bond knocked off the puck. Glass uses the wall. Can't clear as it's held in. For Malkin, cut off by White. Up the wall for Palat. Can't clear. Glass trying to poke at it. Bouncing puck goes to Malkin. Out to Carlson. Back to Malkin. Malkin with a shot on a glove save by Allen.
Well, he's brought some youth, enthusiasm, energy, and some skill with 5 goals already.
Carlson, wall, shot, deflects off the glove of Allen. Imagine being 18 years old playing with Sidney Crosby.
Oh, that's when you know he's made it. For sure.
Meier, blast a shot on, and Shelovs had to be quick to make the save. Backhands it into the corner. Lazat skating with Dewar. Cross-ice pass up top for Shea. One-time shot for Graves and a glove save by Allen.
I believe.
I want to throw any
have a little
guesses out there.
And a couple guys.
There's a long-distance shot that gets caught in the jersey of Allen, and he's able to get the whistle.
This year's already got 20.
Graves centering pass off a stick. Good to see Timo Meier back out there. Malkin climbs to the slot. Passes to Graves onside with a blast.
4 looks, 4 shots at least on net. That one was from former Devil Ryan Graves with a high slap shot.
Crosby with a shot over the net. At least early on here, they've had the legs. Malkin, corner, Brad on top of him. Kevin Hayes centering pass doesn't get through thanks to a stick. Laying out in front, what a save!
The veteran Kevin Hayes from behind the net. You see right here. Koivunen finds that loose puck. I think it was on end as well, but it squirts right to him. And Jake Allen alertly, good position, and look what I found right in the glove. But that's because, again, Bryce, you mentioned
Pittsburgh, New Jersey, both going after the puck, all to the right of Jake Allen, under a minute to play. Squirts back out, sends it out to center. Pittsburgh the first to get there in Letang. Grzelcyk in his face, steals it away! Grzelcyk shot! Score! He steals it! He roofs it! It's 1-0 New Jersey!
What a quick shot in the Jersey Lottery. Remember, anything can happen in Jersey. It's Chris Letang who gets a little careless here. Tries a backhand pass, and Grzelcyk read it all the way. That was a real costly mistake by the veteran Chris Letang. And Grzelcyk, first year in the National Hockey League, but he played this like a veteran. See how he kind of puts the stick to the left and sort of.
The ice was tilted, but the Devils take advantage of a mistake. Cotter drives it into the zone. Glendening with a distance shot that goes off the glove of Shelovs.
Put pressure on you all the way up to the blue line.
Bratt, Hughes, Meier goes out to Hischier, finds Luke between the circles, sets a Meier with a shot, and it's chested down by Shelovs. In the corner, Shea can't get around Jack Hughes, puts it back out to Luke, dangles the blue line, back out to Jack, who gloves it down. To the far side, wrist shot, and it's steered aside by Shelovs. With
Intermission, the glass line against Malkin, and what that does is, as he was talking about, frees up Jack Hughes to get a mismatch, and so this is something to watch out for the rest of this game.
Palat slings a shot that goes out of play.
You can see the work ethic at a different level this season for Pittsburgh than last year.
Cody Glass in the slot, shot saved by Shelovs, and he holds on.
Comes up. We'll have to check that again. It's either him or Crosby usually, but just shows he's a big game player throughout his career.
Luke Hughes fires a shot, saved by Shelovs. Clifton, shot deflects wide. Chalowski's stick was held up, so he couldn't clear. Crosby spins to the corner, back behind the net. Crosby finds Russ, momentum taking him to the wall, so he gets to the Graves with a headhunter, and they score. It was deflected in front.
On off of Palat.
And we're tied at 1.
Look at the bad breaks, Dano.
Yeah, a lot of bad bounces the last 5-6 minutes, a lot of offensive zone time, and the Devils get caught here as Crosby gets that puck and just spins it to Rust. Here's the shot. Oh, it almost hit Palat.
I think it hits his head.
Yeah, I was going to say right near the face area. It's a butterfly puck. Let's see.
Just a real bad
The Devils are looking at it.
For Heinen. It's a shooting gallery now. Shea with a couple of moves on the backhand and a save by Allen.
Wow.
And he holds on with a little Statue of Liberty to get the play stopped. Here's Nason. Spins. Back up to the blue line for Luke Hughes. Makes some moves. Drives to the circle, to the goal line. He loses out to Lizotte. Taken back by Luke Hughes. He centers one over to Jack Hughes. And a save by Shelovs.
Tied. Let's take a look at this replay brought to you by your local Tri-State Buick dealers. What a great pass over to Jack Hughes. Shelovs is on the seat of his pants, and look at him with the outstretched glove. Just a beautiful save to keep the score at 1.
Can't get around Siegenthaler, and then Jack swoops in to get the Devils out of the zone. Bratt and Nason on a 2-on-2. Nason centering pass to Jack. Another save by Shelovs. And it's cleared.
What vision.
Well, Devils in transition. Get up ice quickly, and this creates a chance. Watch Nason, the beautiful pass. Jack wide open, and not a whole lot to shoot at. Shelovs comes way out, playing with confidence.
Number 11, 2 minutes slashing.
Nason for slashing. Malkin cross-check at 12:39. Devils 0 for 1 on the power play. They had 2 shots. See what they can do here. They get it back. Mercer shot, save, rebound, slices back out of the zone. Off the stick from Carlson.
With their triangle up top, but I like the Devils' pursuit of the puck and getting it back. Here's a good chance. That one.
Jack and Bratt still part of that second unit as Nason comes on the ice with Luke. Meier off of Slurov and off the bar and down. Hischier first to get there. Drags it into the corner on his forehand up the wall for Meier. Pass goes out to Mercer. Here comes Mercer with 20. Mercer into the zone. Dawson Mercer backhand and slides through the crease.
Good left pad save there by Jake Allen. Kindle, the kid can play.
Here comes the 18-year-old. He's got an angle drive. Saved by Allen.
What a burst.
Nemitz can't clear. Jack can't either. And back up the stick of Kindle. Diving play by Allen to poke it away.
Stuff after a slow start to the 3-on-3 I talked about. Kindle goes in hard. Save Allen. Look at the poke check in anticipation.
Slings one that gets knocked down, trying to catch back up with the pass, but it's going to slide to the blue line and out. Dewar, good job by Nemitz to swoop it away, and here comes Jack with 2-1. Last shot time and a save by Sheloves, and we're going to the shootout.
They were 2-2 last season.
Here's right at the end of the 3-on-3. Jack Hughes with one last blast. Look where Sheloves comes out. He realizes how much time is left. Great play there by Nemitz to dive, or I think it was Nemitz, and make that play. Gritsuk.
Gathers the puck. Sheloves comes out of his crease. Score! Waited him out, flipped it over the pad, and now the pressure's on Pittsburgh.
In these situations, has as sweet a hands as you're going to find. And actually, Sheloves gets a right pad on.
7-15 for Rust. Goes to the left, right up the middle, makes a move, saved by Allen. We're 1-0 after one.
Allen stays with it all the way as Russ goes backhand, forehand, tries to tuck it. Post, Allen's right there with the pad.
Bratt won the game in overtime on Thursday. A chance to give the Devils a 2-0 lead here in the shootout. Comes flying down the right side. Bratt moves, scores! It's 2-0.
Oh, baby.
We're an Allen save away.
That is nasty. Watch these quick mitts. Backhand, forehand.
To keep the Penguins alive. Save!